Hello, Deb Rink here, the whole drink. I want to tell you today about a phone call I got when I was 19 years old that changed my life forever, for the good. So I had been through 1 year of college already and entering into my second year of college. Now, before I went to that second year, I made sure I had all of my annual doctor's appointments finished, get into school, and late in August is probably when it started. And I think it was Friday, the first week of school. But it was late in the first week of school that I got this phone call from my gynecologist. And I was 19. This was one of the first times I was going to the doctor as an adult, and the doctor calls me and not my parents, right? Getting used to the adulting kind of thing, that phase of life. So I was confused by the finding out it's my doctor, but then I was even more confused by the first thing he said. So he tells me, "Are you sitting down?" I'm like, "Well, no, but I am in my room." And he says, "I have some news. We got some test results, and you have cancer. We don't know how far it's gone. We don't know how bad it is. We just have to get in and explore quickly." And I said, "Oh, well, it didn't sound that bad. All right, I have a break in October." And he said, No, that's not possible. You need to get in next week." And then I sat down. Involuntarily, if you might imagine. My knees kind of gave way. And I sit down with the shock of hearing that I have something so important that I have to get it taken care of within the next few days. So I sit there and don't remember much more details of that conversation, but I remember after hanging up, sitting there in silence for a couple of minutes, and then thinking, I'm gonna go for a walk. So I get up and I walk out the door. I was living in a dormitory at the time in college. And I walk out the door to the outside, and somehow instantly everything looked different. It looked brighter. I smelled more of the fresh air of everything that was in it. Maybe the grass, maybe the evergreens that were around. I start walking down the street, and at first this whole concept was more of a distraction than anything else. So walking down the street and stopping almost at every bush, looking at the little flowers, looking at every little detail, noticing all of the small things. I don't remember ever doing that before that phone call. But I remember doing it every day of my life after that phone call. I'm 51 today. I still walk down the street and look at the flowers, look at the green, look at the changing leaves if it's fall and all the different colors. I even count them. I stop and I'm like, ooh, there's like 5 different shades of orange that I can see right here. The world became brighter. over a little bit of a traumatic phone call. Now I'm going to give you the ending to the story. The cancer was easily taken care of, easily removed, never to be seen again. So there's a very good, very happy ending to the story, but it doesn't change the fact that I had one traumatic moment. It was probably, I don't know, a year worth of my life of not knowing how difficult this would be to take care of, if I would get it all, if I needed extra treatments, if I would be in full remission or not. But the change happened the moment I got that phone call. And the moment I sat down, I think, when my knees buckled and I sat down, that's when the change happened. That's when my brain shifted. It flipped. It flipped over to noticing the small things in life. From that day forward, the small things are what matter to me. How has this benefited my life? Well, this has benefited my life because when I meet new people, I notice little things about them. I notice the small smiles and the small body languages of happiness, or even a body language of sadness, or facial expressions. I notice so many little things after that phone call. So the phone call that changed my life changed my perspective on life. And there are certain things in life, certain times in my life, that something has happened to change my perspective, and I have never gone back. This is my first one. The first phone call. The first major event that changed my perspective of life. It got me noticing the small things. And I am here today at 51 years old to say, I love every day of noticing the small things. The small things matter to me. They make me happy. And if you ever see me walking down the street, you will probably see me looking at some kind of piece of nature. Tree, bush, flower, grass, weeds. I don't know, because weeds pop up little flowers. And I might even give a little smile. I might even give a little giggle. I would love to pass this on to as many people as I can. I would love to share this kind of perspective on life with as many people as I can possibly share it with. So, as I share my stories with you, more and more of the stories that come out will focus on different things that happen, different ways I solve these problems, and what came out of all of it for me. I got a phone call that I had cancer. I removed the cancer. I didn't even need treatment. Just had 3 different procedures to remove all of it. And it was gone for good. Never to be seen again. I took my time going for walks every day after that. And I looked at nature. I found a love for nature. And I go to nature. Even today. I will for the rest of my life, when I want a little pick-me-up and a little source of enjoyment, a little source of peace, or a little source of light in my day. And I hope that listening to my stories and hearing everything from my perspective helps you lift your day. Until next time, I am Deborah Rink, the whole drink. Ciao.